On the evening of September 12, 2015, a quiet neighborhood in Ghaziabad, India, was shattered by a horrifying crime. The Mehra family, once a symbol of success and harmony, became the victims of a brutal and calculated act of violence. What unfolded behind the closed doors of their beautiful home revealed a chilling story of jealousy, hatred, and betrayal that no one could have imagined. The Mehra family, a picture of prosperity and unity. The Mehra family was admired in their community, living in a modern, spacious home that reflected their hard work and prosperity. Rakesh Mehra, the patriarch, was a successful businessman known for his sharp management skills and dedication to his family. Though strict, he was a loving father who valued honesty and hard work above all else. Sunita Mehra, his wife, was the heart of the household. Her warm demeanor and dedication to family life made her beloved by her neighbors. Known for her generosity, she often participated in charitable activities and took immense pride in creating a nurturing home environment. The couple had two children, Aryan, their ambitious eldest son, and Asha, their vibrant 20-something daughter. Aryan followed in his father's footsteps, helping to manage the family's import-export business. Having recently married Prina, a talented and charming woman, Aryan seemed to have the perfect life, a thriving career, and a happy marriage. Priya quickly became an integral part of the Mehra family, earning their love and admiration for her intelligence and grace. However, Priya's presence disturbed the family's delicate dynamics, particularly affecting Asha. Spoiled and doted upon as the youngest child, Asha struggled to cope with the shift in attention. Though she hid her feelings behind a bright smile, deep down, she felt abandoned and overshadowed by Priya. From the outside, the Mehra family seemed to have it all: wealth, love, and respect. But beneath the surface, jealousy and unresolved emotions began to fester, setting the stage for an unimaginable tragedy. The night of the crime. On the fateful evening of September 12, Aryan left his office after a long day of work. While driving home, he received a call from a concerned neighbor, Mr. Sharma, who reported an unusual silence at the Mehra residence. Despite ringing the doorbell multiple times, no one had responded, and this uncharacteristic lack of activity alarmed him. Aryan immediately tried to call his mother, father, and wife, but none of them answered. A deep sense of unease consumed him as he raced home, his mind filled with dreadful possibilities. Upon arriving, Aryan noticed that the front door was slightly ajar, a rare occurrence given the family's careful attention to security. He cautiously stepped inside, only to be met with an eerie silence. The familiar warmth of his home had been replaced by a cold, oppressive stillness. As Aryan entered the living room, he froze in horror. His father, Rakesh, lay face down on the floor in a pool of blood, his body covered with deep stab wounds. Trembling with fear but determined to find the rest of his family, Aryan climbed the stairs. In the kitchen, he discovered his mother, Sunita, lying lifeless with multiple stab wounds to her chest and abdomen. Her wide-open eyes seemed frozen in a moment of pain and terror. Desperately hoping that his wife might still be safe, Aryan forced himself to move toward their bedroom. What he found shattered him completely. Priya's body lay on the bed, surrounded by signs of a violent struggle. Her pale face was streaked with blood, and her body bore an alarming number of stab wounds. The disheveled sheets and overturned furniture told the story of her desperate fight for survival. Overwhelmed by grief and disbelief, Aryan collapsed to the floor before mustering the strength to call the police. His voice trembled as he reported the horrifying scene, his words barely audible over the weight of his despair. A twisted motive. The police arrived quickly, their flashing lights illuminating the grim interior of the Mehra home. Initially, investigators suspected a robbery gone wrong. However, upon closer inspection, they found that none of the family's valuables had been taken. Jewelry, cash, and other expensive items remained untouched, including the gold ornaments worn by Sunita and Priya. The absence of theft as a motive shifted the investigation's focus. Forensic experts discovered that the victims had been stabbed multiple times, indicating a personal and vengeful attack. Rakesh had suffered 15 stab wounds, while Sunita had been stabbed 12 times, with defensive wounds suggesting she had tried to protect herself. Praya's injuries were the most brutal. She had been stabbed 35 times, a level of violence that revealed a deeply personal hatred. Bruises on her neck and arms indicated that she had been physically assaulted before her death. The sheer savagery of the attack left investigators convinced that this was no random act of violence. The evidence pointed to a killer who was consumed by rage, specifically targeting Praya. The police began to investigate the relationships within the family and their social circle, searching for clues that could explain the heinous crime. The investigation. Suspicion soon fell on Asha, the youngest member of the Mehra family, who was notably absent on the night of the murders. When the police located her at a friend's house, her responses were evasive and inconsistent. Her nervous demeanor only fueled investigators' suspicions. As they dug deeper, the police uncovered a history of tension between Asha and Priya. Asha's feelings of jealousy and abandonment had intensified since Priya's arrival in the family. Priya's ability to win the affection of her in-laws left Asha feeling sidelined. Further complicating matters was the family's plan to support Aryan and Priya in moving out to start their own household. This financial and emotional backing deepened Asha's sense of isolation, fueling her resentment. The turning point in the investigation came when police examined Asha's phone records. They discovered a series of late-night calls to a man named Rajesh, who was later identified as Asha's secret boyfriend. When questioned, Rajesh initially denied any involvement in the murders. However, under pressure, he admitted that Asha had expressed her frustration with Priya during heated conversations. According to Rajesh, Asha had confided her anger and even hinted at wanting to teach Priya a lesson. While Rajesh claimed he had dismissed these remarks as mere venting, his confession confirmed that Asha harbored deep-seated animosity toward her sister-in-law. A chilling confession. The evidence against Asha continued to mount. Confronted with the facts, she eventually broke down during an intense interrogation. Through tears and a trembling voice, she confessed to orchestrating the murders out of jealousy and a desire for revenge. Asha revealed that her feelings of abandonment had consumed her ever since Priya entered the family. She believed Priya had stolen the love and attention she once received from her parents. Over time, these emotions turned into an obsession. On the night of the murders, Asha and Rajesh carried out their plan. After ensuring the rest of the family was asleep, Asha unlocked the door to let Rajesh into the house. The pair crept into Priya's bedroom, waking her with a sudden and violent attack. Priya fought back, causing chaos that woke Rakesh and Sunita. When Asha's parents rushed to the scene, they were met with the horrifying sight of Priya's struggle. In a desperate attempt to cover their tracks, Asha and Rajesh turned their weapons on Rakesh and Sunita, silencing them forever. The aftermath. The gruesome details of the case shocked the entire community. The once respected Mehra family became a symbol of tragedy and betrayal. Asha's confession revealed the destructive power of jealousy and the devastating consequences of unresolved emotions. Asha and Rajesh were arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. Their trial became a media sensation, with the public struggling to reconcile the image of the cheerful, outgoing Asha with the cold-blooded killer she had become. This horrifying case serves as a stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Behind the facade of the perfect family lay hidden tensions that ultimately led to an unspeakable tragedy. The Mehra family's story is one of love turned to hate, a painful lesson in the destructive power of jealousy and resentment.